So, good morning everybody. It's now Sunday morning. Is it Sunday? Yeah, it's Sunday morning. Next week is a big week because next week on Saturday the overhauled engine is going to be placed finally, and that's a big moment. Yesterday I rewired the overhauled engine to a completely new engine control panel from Soleil Diesel, and yeah, it's got all fresh wires, and it just works with two connectors that go clickety clack, and then you've got your control panel ready for your engine. So yeah, that's a big step also. At this day I should make the last preparations in order for the engine to be mounted next weekend, and since it's going to be on a Saturday rather early, I have to do the last preparations in here to the engine compartment, and that's mainly concerning the isolation. One other thing, and I forgot something of course, is the bilge pump, because I don't know if it will be accessible once the engine is mounted. It should be, but hey. Yeah, but I forgot the bilge pump, so luckily I'll be here on next week Friday evening, so I can do that before the engine is finally mounted. I've got a bit of a cold going on and I'm not feeling all too happy, so I'm gonna make this a short video, just a few time lapses for me putting on the isolation in the engine compartment, and that will mainly be everything. Because it's raining right now, I've got a pretty good chance of spotting any new leaks or potential other leaks that I missed last weekend. Last week I put on some repairs for the major leaking that has been going on in this boat since the last 6 years, I presume. And one of them was the main hatch on the aft of the boat. I covered it up with some tarp and some of this stuff, another version, and it seems like it's been pretty dry on the normal spots where it's normally like this much water in. But yeah, I think that is a major upgrade also, or repair actually. A few other things I need to be thinking is the routing of the diesel line, although it'll be temporary, just to make her sail once again and drivable. It's not really sailing I'm going to do next weekend. Like I said, I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so I'm not gonna talk too long. Just have a look at what I'm doing this weekend. Okay, well, it's not as pretty as I would have hoped it would be, because this stuff is difficult to cut. I'm reasonably pleased. Reasonably. I mean, once the engine is in, you're not going to even notice any of this, but nonetheless, I say a 6.5. 7 maybe. That's it. Well, I've got some more to do, so let's get on with it. Now, as far as the diesel fuel lines go, I'm connecting a hose here to the copper pipe and routing it in front of the engine, because it has to be on the other side. And then it goes up here somewhere like this. A bit of preparation, because I don't know if I can still access this point here once the engine is in, so I better do it now. So important is that you cut from above into this nice aluminium foil to get a straight line up here. Then start from the back, cut through this first hard layer of bitumen or whatever it is, bitumen, and then cut through. Because if you don't, and you start here, you cut through this alu foil, it's all wrinkly and edgy, not nice. So that's one lesson I learned already. But it's pretty tough to work with, I have to say that. And then the adhesive is very, very strong. So you just get one side out. Start at the bottom here. If you stick your fingers to it, you're stuck. Okay, yeah, I should use some aluminium tape or aluminum, however you want to call it, to seal off the two parts going together. So at this moment I'm pretty much done, in the sense that I need some aluminium tape to seal off the edges, and yeah, for now it's okay. The engine is coming next week, so I won't be able to do this anymore. But the upper side here I can do, no problem. And the engine is only gonna be here, so this area was my main priority, and the rest I can do later. So this is okay. I'm fairly happy how it turned out, and I've learned a few lessons. One of them is always keep the nice edge on the upside instead of on the other side. But yeah, this was my first, so second, I wouldn't bother getting this piece also out of one sheet. Next time just cut it off over there and start fresh over here, because now there's a seam also here. The other thing I still need to do is get the bilge pump over there, then screw it over there, make the hose long enough for here, connect it over here so it can go overboard, but that's also for next week. So next week, busy week. Yeah, nothing next week. Today I still need to fill these holes with just some unthickened and maybe slightly warmed epoxy. Just fill them up so it can soak in the wood here. Excuse me, I need those holes to temporarily support the engine mounts. I thought I should just stick one bolt in there just to keep the engine in place. Interesting. Well, we'll see next week how this turns out. Bye.
1 week later.
Good morning all. It is now Saturday morning, 1 week later. I'm still a bit under the weather, so excuse me if I make some funny noises. I caught a cold, I guess, at work, so thank you for that, work. But it's now Saturday morning. Yesterday evening, when I finished working, I picked up my little trailer with the overhauled engine, and I head over here. It's now about 7 o'clock-ish in the morning, and in 1 hour there's a guy coming which is going to lift the engine from the little trailer onto the boat. This is the way I got it out. and I'm going to put it in the same way. It's quite expensive, but hey, yeah, it's gotta go in, so I have to pay once more. But nevertheless, I'm excited, and I've got a few little things to do before the engine can go in. I've got to mount some hose for the bilge pump and the bilge pump itself. I had bought a electronic sensor that measured the amount of water and then gave a signal to the bilge pump to start pumping. But in my test I did yesterday at home, it didn't even work at all. So I rushed over to the store and bought another bilge pump, not quite the one I wanted, but let me show you. It's got the built-in floaty device, and yeah, it's an all-in-one unit, so it's not quite the 1500 gallon an hour, which was already previously installed in this boat, but yeah, I think this will do as well. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay, huge step has been made. We just installed the engine. Have a look. Okay, still have to do some mounting there and there, but overall, I'm happy. Yay! Everything on a boat takes way longer than strictly necessary. While fastening the engine mounts, the four, with these, I needed to widen one of the holes a bit, so I took the screwdriver and my drill, and I drilled, and of course broke off. So yeah, a 5-minute job now is going to take probably 1 or 2 hours.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Success! Yeah! 5 minutes, maybe. No, it came out whole, so success! See you guys next week. Ciao.